Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. It's May 7th, 2010. Joseph James, schooloftrade.com. Here's your easy money trade of the day. Now guys, here's how it works. There are going to be lots of opportunities every day to earn a great income, right? That's one of the great things about being a day trader is there's going to be a million ways to make money. Now what we're going to show you here is we're going to show you some easy ways to make that money that doesn't require a lot of work, doesn't require a lot of money in your account, and certainly does not require a lot of time out of your day. These are going to be easy patterns to learn and even easier trades to execute. Now guys, in our live trade room, we welcome part-time and new traders because you guys can easily succeed with this stuff because these patterns are really easy to learn. Now of course, as an advanced member, we'll train you on all this stuff, and let's take a look at our easy money pattern of the day. Now today's market is the euro market, right? The symbol is 6E, right? The number 6E like euro. Now the euro is a currency future, not to be confused with the euro dollar, the forex pair, but it's the same thing. It's going to compare the euro to the US dollar index. Now the euro futures tick at 12.50 per tick. So they're not going to be the same as your Russell or your gold or your crude, which of course tick at $10 per tick. This is $12.50 US per tick. And it's only require $500 for margin. So margin is really, really cheap, which means to trade one contract, you need 500 USD in your account. Now this pattern is called the DX pattern, and on the euro today, this is a dollar, right, a DX pattern to the long side. So we were buying the euro futures today. Now this pattern, I'm going to go real quick guys, is a real simple pattern. It's called the DX pattern, and there are a couple of key components that I want to make sure you guys are aware of. The first component is the low of day. Right, we're sitting here at the low of day, and the low of day is one of the key components because I want to make sure the euro is at its extremes. So the high of day or the low of day are very easy to see in your charts, and you're going to wait for the euro to get towards the low of day. Right, pretty simple stuff. Right, that's the first criteria. Wait for the euro to get to the low of day or the high of day. Now at the same time, let's now make sure at the same time that we have the dollar also at its extremes. Okay, the dollar must also be at its extremes. So the dollar has a negative correlation to the euro. Now let me explain more about that. Why would the dollar have a negative correlation to the euro? And why can the dollar, a small market, move the euro, a big market? It's because the euro dollar is denominated, you guessed it, in dollars. Okay, so the euro, when you cash out your euros at the exchange, they give you dollars. Just like gold and crude and the S&P, right? They all are denominated in US dollars. So there's a negative correlation. If you buy euros, you are technically short the dollar. Make sense? If you have a handful of euros and I have a handful of dollars, and I say, can I have some of your euros? I've got to give you some of my dollars. So you're going to be short the dollar and long the euro. Make sense? So that's where the negative correlation comes in. We talk more about that in our members trainings as well as our live trade room. So if you want more information about how the correlation works, you can also go to our blog. On the blog, type in the search box in the blog, type in dollar index, and you'll see some great videos about that correlation. So but the bottom line is, guys, to be very simple here, okay, you don't need to know all that economist stuff, right? You don't need to know all that stuff. You need to know, is the euro at the low? Is the dollar at the high? Okay, that's all you need to know. Once I know that, then I begin looking for this euro trade. Now we also then, of course, we noticed on the euro, we had some sort of resistance, a roadblock overhead, and it was at 26.55. So once I notice my euro is at the low, my dollar at the high, I'm then going to quickly check, is there anything overhead that might keep this euro, right, from rising, right? I want to take a long trade in the euro. I want the euro to rise. So is there anything overhead, right? Maybe a resistance level that might keep me from rising. Okay, so if I can get above that, then I can go up, right? So that's the idea here. 26.55 was the resistance level, the overhead obstacle that we noticed on our charts. So all we had to do was simply wait to get above 26.55. Right, enter there a couple ticks above it, wait for some big money buyers to step in, and there you go. There's your DX pattern long. Now what I've done here is I've labeled this. See this yellow box here? This yellow box right here, this is your 20 tick, right? That's your 20 tick move. That's it. But look at how big this whole move was. Right? Look at how monstrous this whole move was. Okay, so the move itself went a lot more than 20 ticks. In fact, the move itself went close to 100 ticks. Right, 2660 up to 2760. Now, if you only grabbed 20 ticks of this move, how would you have done today? Again, a very conservative, right? Very conservative. This was a 100 tick move. But let's say you got in late. Let's say you got in early. Let's say you only grabbed 20 ticks of it, right? Something very conservative. A 20 tick move, let's see what you got in your account. Now, do you have the bare minimum? Do you have $500 in your account? If you have 500 USD in your account right now, you made that same 20 ticks on one contract, that's 250 USD. Guys, you made a 50% return on that one trade. Guys, open up an account with the bare minimum and we'll show you guys how to double that bare minimum and then add from 1 to 3 to 10 contracts. Okay, so you'll easily be able to grow your account this way. And it's a very easy pattern. Again, with one contract, all you needed was $500 in your account. You would have made your 250 USD there. Now, what if you had 3 contracts? Well, 20 ticks, of course, that'd be a total of 60 ticks. $12.50 per tick, there's 750 USD. So if you had $1,500 in your account, again, you're making a 50% return on your account with one trade. And it continues. If you had 5 contracts, you made $12.50. If you had 7 contracts, $17.50, guys, a 50% return on a $3,500 account. Guys, ask your money manager right now. There's no way anybody else is producing those type of returns. Okay, 10% return, 20% return, 50% return on one trade. And you can see very easy pattern. That's what we call them, the easy money trades. All right, guys, so this is called, again, on the euro, $12.50 per tick. You need $500 margin to get involved. It's called the DX pattern, the long side here on the euro. If you had just the bare minimum, guys, you made a couple $100 here, but you may have made over $1,000 in this move if you had more than 2 or 3 contracts. All right, guys, remember, very easy. All we took was a small piece of this move. Just a small piece. Imagine what you would get, obviously, if you held this thing for 40 or 50 ticks. All right, guys, and of course, in our live trade room, we're going to go over this live in real time so you guys can see these things happening right in front of your eyes. Now, remember, if you have any questions, right, don't forget the blog. Now, below this video is going to be a link to go to our blog. Head to the blog, subscribe to our blog, and don't forget to search the blog for any of the questions you have. If you want to know more about the euro, right, type in Euro Futures there. Or you can also email us, or you can also post questions in the blog as well. If you post a question, we might just be covering your question in the next video. So use the blog, research on the blog, ask questions on the blog, and don't forget, guys, we're going to come right back tomorrow morning, Monday morning, 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll do webinars on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The beginner's course, remember, guys, big promo on the beginner's course right now. 10% discount for all beginner members until Sunday. If you buy the beginner's course right now, we're going to knock 10% off the advanced course when you upgrade to the advanced course, and that, of course, expires on Sunday the 9th. Don't forget, saleschooltrade.com for more information, guys. My name is Joseph James. Another easy money trade, guys. Another great day in the room. And, of course, we're showing you guys how to take these easy money trades. Very simple. Doesn't require a lot of time, not a lot of money, and certainly not a lot of work. Once again, hope it helps. We'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye for now.